The heat is off. The heat is off. I had to turn the heat off because the blower motor's loud and it's annoying, and you'll hear in the background it kicks on, but now it's off. Yeah, got a little busy there for the holidays, but we're back. Did you have a good Christmas? Did you have a good Hanukkah and all that? Happy holidays and Happy New Year. It is January, what is today? Oh no, still the 2nd, that's right. Already forgetting what day it is. It's only the 2nd day of the year. Woo! So, we are here in the Crimson Ghost Mask Room. Got a couple things here on the old table. And first we'll start off with another Nate that showed up. A Twisted Toy Box Classic. Yes. If you remember, not long ago, I scored the Coffin Ghoul, yes, Coffin Ghoul remake. It's not really a remake, it's like a reboot. The old mold came out. They dusted it off and made new ones. However, I used to have one of these a long time ago, the original. 12 years ago. And I sold it at least 10 years ago. And I always kicked myself, like, man, I should never have sold the original Twisted Toy Box version. Twisted Toy Box is now Coffin Ghoul. And some guy just randomly posted this in a Creep Show Facebook group. And all these people were just, it's funny when you post something like, I'm selling this, and you get 400 people all going, oh, cool, oh, wow, hey, cool, I used to have one of those. And no one wants to buy anything. They just comment, like, and they all just flood your comments with nonsense. I was the only guy go, I'll buy that mask. And then the guy didn't see my message at all. I'm like, hey, dude, I commented last week, I want to buy your mask. I'll buy it right now. And I got that sucker. It's a wearable copy. This dude's probably display only, but so he's got holes. Yeah, he's got eye holes. Now, my original Twisted Toy Box Nate was more like brown. I don't remember this much green moss on him. And I swear the latex rubber looked gray and brown. He was a little brown looking. So I don't know if it was the moss they used at the time, but it looked different than this one. So I can't remember who I sold my old one to, but somebody I know has it, and it just looked different to me. But anyway, got another old classic Nate, the real deal Twisted Toy Box version. It's on a massive new custom made mask stand a guy was making me. He's making these prototypes. We'll put the Coffin Ghoul version back for now on the old shelf. And yeah, so this guy, George, he's on my Facebook group. He goes, I'm gonna 3D print you some mask stands. And he made these crazy, this thing sheds fucking moss everywhere. He made these insane, huge jumbo mask stands for giant masks. Whoa! It's like a giant chess piece or bottom of a bar stool. Yeah, this is 3D printed, dude. This is crazy. You could probably knock somebody out with it. But he sees me fumbling with giant masks in my room here on videos, and he's like, man, I want to make you some, and you could test them out, tell me what to do, blah, blah, blah. So Dino and I both said these tops are too big. Like my Corsetin mask, it actually won't go over this diameter of this piece, this top head. So he's going to make the tops smaller. I mean, it'll be a beautiful stand for a giant mask. I have some giant masks. Obviously, a little dude like this you just need a regular mask stand. He's making these in normal sizes too. Oh, it's on another mask, which means we're going to have to start talking about another mask right away. Guys, I've been trying to get rid of stuff, and I've only accumulated 10 times more of the shit that I've been getting rid of. So, things are getting crazy. My living room, the walkway through my front door, there's masks all over the floor. We're going to do a whole nother episode soon on a marketplace ad that popped up with a bunch of masks in a warehouse. And it's funny when people send me these things and I feel I'm really late to the party because I learned not one but two guys went there before me and bought a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, oh man, they probably got all the good stuff, cleaned it out. I'm gonna be screwed with nothing. I'm not gonna have luck finding anything good, but that was not the case. Two guys went there, bought some decent stuff, and left behind a bunch of good stuff, like great stuff. So much stuff that me and my buddy Dino shipped us, between the two of us, 60 or 70 masks. We just kept buying them and buying them and buying them. But anyway, I'm still getting cases of them. I'm still getting 2 giant boxes here in a couple days. That'll be a whole nother video because there's lots of great scores. I've been putting some of the things on eBay. I scored 11 Myers masks. Yes, 11. Weird ones I've never seen in my life. Everyone's like, oh my God, Myers. No, nothing crazy, nothing super rare like that little guy up there. But yeah, 11 Myers masks. And some of you Myers people like are just, it's like I'm back dealing with Myers people again. One guy goes, hey, on eBay. I got the mask up, one of the masks on eBay. It's got 6 bids and it's at 6 bids, it's at $31. And shipping, I don't know what the shipping was. Say like 13 bucks or something, whatever I had it listed at. And still got time to go, 2 days to go. This guy messages me. I love when they act like they have a very crazy time problem. Like, oh my God, my son's birthday is in 2 days. He just loves real deal Halloween 3 pumpkin masks, like the one you're selling. Do you think you'd give me a really good deal on it for half of what you're asking for it, and I can buy it right now, and because his birthday's coming up? And you're like, yeah, your son really wants that. Your 12-year-old son's really into that $3,000 pumpkin I'm selling. Right, okay. You know, people lie to you. They lie to you, they lie to you, they lie to you. So this guy goes, I'm in the country for a very short time. I'm from Brazil, and here's what I would like to do. I would like to give you $40 for the mask right now, 40 bucks. That's $26 for the mask and the rest for shipping, because I'm in a big hurry. Because I'm leaving the country on the 20th. And I'm like, it's January 1st now, right? I'm like, the 20th. I go, dude, number one, there's 6 bids on my auction. I don't know what makes you think it's going to go down to $26 and not sell for $31 or way more in 2 days when it's up. But there's no way I'm doing that. There's no way I'm going to screw all these people that are bidding. They're all going to get pissed when I yank the auction. And I'm not going to take $40 shipped for a Myers mask that I know is going to maybe hit $150. Sure enough, it hits $110, $118 or something. And I'm like, I said, dude, why don't you go bid on it? I go, I can get you that mask in 3 or 4 days, way before the 20th, way before you leave this country. So no, your story didn't work. Your bullshit story about, oh, only got so much time. Please sell it to me for $40. Get the hell out of here. You know, like, it just, you make yourself look so bad. Anyway, hello, mustache. Christmas was great. Holy shit. New Year's was fun. It was amazing. And, hi. You're not coming up here today. No. Stay down there. Stay in the basement. Before I pull out the next mask, before we look at the next mask stand, I have another Nate. It's not a Savini Nate. It's not a Twisted Toy Box Nate. but it's kind of similar. Look at this. This is somebody's attempt at a Nate. It's not bad. It's thick, not ridiculous thick, but I mean this thing's got weight to it. It's a nice thick piece. Like this is built to last. It's got moss glued on it, brown moss. It's got hair. It's got a nice bib with some rib cage action going, and I honestly have no clue who did this. But the one thing I do know is I'm putting it on eBay tonight. Yes. It's December 2nd, 2025, and this is going on eBay tonight. I'm going to start it off at like 25 bucks. And those of you that are trying to get like Savini Nates from Death Studios and Distortions, they're impossible to get. You know, expect to pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds if one surfaces, because that's what guys are offering me. Hey, we get out of there. So I'm gonna start off at 25 bucks. I'm telling you, this is nice and heavy. If you're seeing this video 3 months from now, don't go, do you still have the Nate? No, it's going on eBay. It's gonna end in 5 days, and it's probably gone. So yeah, bid on it, win it. I'll ship it to you, and you'll have a nice Nate for your collection. You know, it looks good. Looks good. If anybody knows who made this, please comment. All right, that was in that warehouse find. Right here, you're probably like, what is that? I'm sure you know what that is. Yes, Jim Lawrence. Remember I sent him the Rev Kane to touch up the paint. So Jim Lawrence was the guy who painted the rare Paul Clemens Rev Kane originally in 1988. Clemens made like 4 of these suckers. Very rare. And like I looked at all the old photos I have of this sucker, and the paint faded over time. It really faded. So I reached out to Jim Lawrence. I go, dude, you painted this thing back in the 80s. Please touch him up for me now. It's something I could have done myself, or I could have had another friend of mine do. But Jim was the guy that owned it, brand new from Paul. And Jim was the guy that painted it in the 80s. So I'm like, what would you do? I would have Jim touch it up himself. And he thought about it and he agreed to do it. So let's pull the old pillowcase off, and I'll show you his new facelift. There you go. Check him out. So get my drink out of there. He's looking good. Keep in mind, guys, this is a small piece. Now there's some great news coming up, so just hang tight about Rev Kane's. If you want a Rev Kane, I'm going to tell you some interesting news. First of all, these were very rough castings. In the 80s, it didn't get a lot of cleanup before he was painted. So he has some rough areas on his nose and ears and stuff, but I don't care. The thing is so cool and so rare, it doesn't matter to me. The thing is so neat, you know. He still has all of his hair. I used to think his hair was missing because it was all actually tucked into the back of his sport coat. But his little hat is still in perfect condition. You probably can't... The thing that sucks about what I'm doing right now is that the actual colors are getting washed out on the screen. So imagine what you're seeing now if you took your contrast on your phone on a photo and bumped the contrast up a bit. That's what he really looks like. So he's a little... he made him like this... He made the skin have like a splotchy appearance, like an old man could have, you know, on his skin. And just touched him up and made him look, you know, fresh again. Fresh and from the dead or whatever. From another universe. Whatever the hell he is. Anyway. Got his little hat. There you go. Thank you, Rudy. Yeah. Alright. So, what we're going to do, everybody, I took his little shirt off and I bleached it today. Yes, I did. And the problem is,
This cravat, his cravat, posed a problem for me. I could not get the cravat not tied perfectly. So I may take it off and do it again. You'll see, even this bleached over time. There had to be a point where this sucker was in the sunlight, because colors like this just don't normally do this. So wherever this was for many years, probably in Jim's old office or something back in the 90s, it probably had sunlight that bleached his old paint job out and bleached this tie. So maybe I'll take this off, get some dye and dye it darker and make it gray again, because it definitely should not look like that. But I'm going to get some foam I've got upstairs. I'm going to pad his arms a little bit on the sides, and I'm going to end up stapling the clothing to the bottom of there's a wood block underneath the bust inside here. So I'm just going to tighten him up nice, fill him up a little better, so he looks more squared on his body, and just get him perfect, and then get the clothing tightened up and fix his cravat. Yes, his cravat, baby. All right, 24% battery. Let's get the show on the road. So far so good. Pretty cool, huh? Now, another mask I'm going to show you from the old warehouse find is an amazing Distortions Unlimited mask that it was in a little blurry photo, right? And Dino goes, "Hey man, that's a rotted vampire." I'm like, "He's got a rotted vampire?" Remember, Dino and I were going back and forth with this guy Adam, buying all these masks, and I go, "Holy shit, he's got a rotted vampire!" And I just saw the blurry little photo. I blew it up. I go, "That definitely is." And from the photo, you can't tell shit. It looks like a smudge, right? Here's my original rotted vampire. Okay, guys, this is my original one. The one Adam had in this warehouse find is insane. Billy Kirkus had a heart attack when he saw this. My buddy Billy freaked out when he saw this. He goes, "What the hell?" He said, "Dude, that ain't normal." He goes, "That's probably a Trans World copy or one of the first 50 ever made, because it is exquisite." Yes. Not to mention still tagged. Oh my God. So this rotted vampire is nuts. And this hair, this is original old hair. It ain't like his hair was redone. That is old school Distortions material. And it looks nothing like the later copies I've seen. I've seen several photos. I've seen about 10 photos of these that I've researched recently, and none of them look like this. Oh, it's crazy. By the way, there's the little one. He's going to be making these. I said, "Dude, make him about 2 inches taller," and we got a deal. So I'm going to tell you, I'll put George's info on the screen. I don't know how much they are yet, but these are nice 3D printed little mask stands. These will hold up nicely. You can play Sorry with them on a giant Sorry board. No, 2 inches taller, I said. Shape is fine. This is fine having this little thing here. No worries. But anyway, back to this. Not only does it have a lot of green in its face, but the freaking hair on it's crazy. You ain't gonna see a rotted vampire looking like this. If so, you're very lucky. That's all I can say. But yeah, still tagged. The original Distortions tag is on the back. And the thing is insane, man. It's crazy. I had to share this with you tonight because it was so exciting. Just getting this one mask from that whole deal made my day, you know? Like, look at this. This thing, I think in time they were slapping less hair on them, you know, and they had different lighter colored material. I don't know how many years they were making this guy. Probably at least 2 years or so. I have to follow. I have to go study the catalog pictures to really tell, but man, it is wild. Another weird thing I told Billy, another thing I told my friend that was strange, I cleaned them up slightly with a damp cloth. The blood they were using on these original or early copies started to come off easily, like wipe off. Here it would not. But whatever they used, it's got to be some kind of prototype mask, you know, or Trans World copy from the 80s where it was on display. I do have that old footage from 83 or 86 where Ed was talking at the convention. I should dig that up and see. There was one of these on the wall. I should see what it looks like, because that would be a good. Because what if it looks like this one? You know, it'd be pretty wild. Yeah, awesome stuff. And this all happened the last week of the year. The last week of the entire year, Dino and I scored a crazy amount of awesome masks. Death Studios, Distortions, David Lady stuff. Just wild. How much stuff was left behind by these guys that went there in person. If I went there in person, I would have bought the entire lot and rented a truck, because it was crazy. We did very well, though, and the guy, we paid him way more than he would have got anyway in the end, and he was so happy. Very good guy to deal with. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you another mask I got at the end of the year, close to Christmas time. What the hell? By my good buddy Lou from 1031 Studios. My good friend Lou Prancik. I went to art school with Lou back in '92. Yes. Lou, not only is Lou one of the greatest and nicest people I know, he's just an old friend that I'm so happy I reconnected with. I remember maybe back in 2012 or 2013, I was on the HMA, in the end days of HMA. I remember Lou messaging me like, "Are you Rudy from American Academy of Art in Chicago?" I go, "Holy shit." You know, because he and I haven't talked to each other since the early 90s. So it was really cool reconnecting with Halloween masks, of all things, you know. So, this episode's brought to you by Coffee Mate. Yes, Coffee Mate. No, it's not. Here's Lou's mask. Look at this. So, Lou makes this amazing mask called Stitched. And I am telling you, I think it's my favorite sculpt by Lou, next to the crazy devil he made. He makes this devil with this smirk. I have it. But this, I said, man, I want a stitch. I keep seeing him make these stitches for people. I said, dude, make me one, but I want it a little extra bloody, because I'm on this gore kick, right? I'm getting all these gory masks. My collection is changing. I got a lot more gore. He goes, I can do that. I can set you up with some blood, some extra blood. And that's what Lou did. He made me a gory mofo right here. And what I have to tell you guys is, Lou's paintwork is getting better. Like, I can just tell his talents have, not that he was never talented, he's very talented, but man, his paintwork is getting even better. So, 1031 Studio, Lou Prancik. I'm going to put his info on the screen. Very, very trustworthy guy. He works. He's got a job, so give him time to make your mask. Don't bother him, but he will deliver. He's not going to jerk you around or screw you. He's a good dude, and I will vouch for him all day long. He's been to the house here several times. He lives close by. And I think this was about $250 or less, you know? So that's a beautiful, Beautiful custom piece by an independent artist, and it's badass. All right. There's so much to talk about in the next episodes coming that I don't want to waste too much time with this one tonight. Reverend, we're going to have to move you.
All right, Rudy. Just put me on the floor over there. There you go, Reverend.
Damn, why is it? I can't never have enough fucking stuffing when I need it. All right, put this pillowcase in there. At least it ain't someone's dirty underwear. All right. Here we go. Hey guys, you know what time it is? It's time for viewer mail. Yeah, viewer mail. Viewer mail. Oh! Today we have a letter from a young man in Orlando, Florida, by the name of Billy. Let's see what Billy wrote. Hi, I am Billy Kirkus. I am Billy Kirkus. Billy Kirkus. Please show tape up masks. Are you kidding me? Hi, I am Billy Kirkus. Please show tape up masks. I'm not kidding. Look at this. Hi, I'm Billy Kirkus. Please show tape up masks. Oh my God. Yes.
Yes. Did you fix that thing yet?
Guess what, El Horrifico?
What?
I'm filming right now.
You are filming right now?
Yeah, I got your text about your minivan, but I'm filming.
Good evening, everybody.
This is not
El Horrifico here.
This is not planned.
With the Christian Ghost. It's filming, I don't know. Anyway, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you.
Wait.
What?
You don't just leave like that. Listen, we need to film the video about Carol.
Yes, marvelous.
You keep dicking around up there and wherever you live, Riverside.
You're in a cave.
Get down here already.
I gotta go over there. When we gotta plan this week.
He says this every week. When can I come down? Every other day. When can I come down? I go, come down right now.
What about Sunday?
Sunday? It can't be in the morning.
Well, I have a funeral. I gotta do security for a funeral tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday I should be good after.
Wait,
around noon, afternoon.
You have to work security for a funeral?
For 2 funerals, yeah. That's what I'm doing now, security guards.
Security. Oh, all right. Rough funeral.
I gotta make the bacon.
Rough funeral. All right. Well, Sunday, it can't. Okay, yeah. Sunday. Yeah, that's the 5th. The 7th is another Christmas for me. I have to celebrate Serbian Christmas. So.
You're gonna have the lamb?
My cousin and I are cooking a lamb. So.
Okay. Well, send me the address. I could go too.
Maybe you'll be invited. I should do a video on it. Do a video on it. All these vegans will flip the fuck out. So anyway, listen.
Anyway, yes, sir.
That's Tuesday. So Sunday I can film, but I'll have my daughter here. I got to run her somewhere at lunchtime.
Okay.
Oh boy. So hold on. Come here. Get over here. Come here. Come here.
Is that mustache?
No, it's midnight. Come here.
Oh.
Come on. Then get the hell out of here. Oh, fucker. All right. So anyway, you're wasting time. Okay. Cellular minutes are clicking by.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you guys later. El Horrifico is going bye-bye now for now. See you guys later.
Get down here. All right, bye.
Bye.
I did not plan that phone call, but when I saw his face pop up, I'm like, I better grab it. So anyway, back to our viewer mail. Hi, I'm Billy Kirkus. Please show tape up masks. So what Billy, he called me today. Billy Kirkus from Orlando. If you ever go to Orlando, stop and see Billy at the restaurant he works at. What restaurant is it? It ain't Bubba Gump's. It's another one. Maybe not Olive Garden. I don't know. I don't remember. Billy has an amazing mask collection, and Billy's a very unique person, and it's so damn funny the way he and I met in person, because he's a Halloween 3 fanatic like myself, and Halloween 1 and 2 big time. And at the time, I had the original trios back in the day. I had like 2 sets. Everyone's like, oh my God, you got 2 sets of original Halloween 3 masks? This is like 2011 or something. And I go to Indianapolis, and I'm in line to meet John Carpenter, I think. It was either Chicago or Indy. And I'm behind this guy, and he's wearing like this vintage satin jacket, and it says like Halloween 2 on it or something. I go, wow, that's cool. I go, I like your jacket. And I'm behind, you know. And he goes, oh, thanks, you know. He had these things in his hands. He's getting signed. And he goes, oh, I said, oh, I like Halloween 3 a lot. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, I have the original masks. You know, he goes, the real ones from 82, 83. Because at the time, there were not as many as there are now. And I go, yeah, so do I. And he's like, no, you don't understand. I have the originals. And he has no idea. We have no idea who each other are, you know. I go, yeah. I go, in fact, I got 2 sets. And he's staring at me like, look at this motherfucker trying to steal my thunder right now. He goes, oh, you're that Crimson Ghost guy, aren't you? From HMA? I go, yeah. He goes, I'm Kirk Magnum. I'm like, oh my God. It was crazy how we're just standing, you know, I'm behind him in a fucking line, and we became good friends. And ever since then, we've been very good friends. Anyway, Billy calls me today and says, listen, I just dug out for the first time this amazing set of Distortions Resurrection masks. He has all of them, beautiful condition, not the shitty Mexico ones, but these are the real deal beautiful Resurrection masks by Distortions. He just put shelves up in his new home. He moved to Florida and set them all up on these shelves. I'll show you the picture. I go, oh my God, it looks awesome. He's got a custom red Andromeda that Jordu made for him. So badass. That red one. Billy, I want that mask. Anyway, he goes, hey, listen, some of the necks on my masks are like floppy, and they're not laying nice, and they're not, he goes, I hear you can tape them. What are your thoughts on taping these necks, you know? I go, I absolutely am all for that. And he's like, what kind of tape do you use? You know, and I said, I use Gorilla Tape. I go, I love it. It works good. It's nice and sturdy. And usually it'll correct the shape of a mask, especially if you're going to foam fill a mask. You use Gorilla Tape or other types of tape, you know, like this. And I said, Billy, you could take that. And if you have a mask with a floppy neck, you know, that's just not going to stay in place for you, you can usually stiffen it up nicer. Like, see this? The shape of this mask is, you know, if I hold it, it's one thing, but you put it on a stand, it's real soft, okay? He said, will you do a demonstration on taping up the mask neck so I can see how you do it? I go, yeah, I can do that. He goes, do it on your video tonight. I'm like, I guess I can do that for you, Billy. So, that's what we're going to do, folks. And I said, you know, most of the time it works fine.
There's a little weird tag in this. Made in Mexico. So I have a bunch of cheaper masks that I got in that warehouse buy that I will be selling in some of the groups and on eBay for really good prices. And these are the things I tell you guys, if you're going to practice foam filling or practice this tape method and shit like that, like, don't do it on your really rare... Guys will say, I got this rare mask. It's my best mask. I decided I'm going to foam fill it myself because no one will do it for me, so I'm going to do it by myself. I'm like, honestly, go get things like this and practice on masks like this first. Do 10 of them before you do it on this prized mask of yours that is so hard to get, you know, or so rare, or means so much from your childhood. Before you do that, practice on masks that are, you know, $20, $40 before you go and do something that's $500 or $2,000 or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, floppy neck. I'm just going to demonstrate. Hopefully this will work. Otherwise I'm going to look real stupid. And show Billy what I do to stiffen up a neck, especially before foam filling. All right, Billy. You can rip this stuff with ease, right with your fingertips. Guys, it's sticky. And he asked the right questions. He said, does tape, you know, can it wreck the rubber? And I'm like, I never had any problems with tape doing that. Although I haven't had a mask for 25 years that I've used duct tape or Gorilla Tape on. But I said it's tape. I don't see how it could ruin it. It only aids in stiffening it up, and especially before foam filling, you could tape up well inside, up way up here. You could do it all up in here, and it'll really make that mask. See how you can really, it's like floppy. It'll give it, you'll notice the mask starts strengthening and stiffening up nicely. Even if you're not filling it, you're just displaying it, you can do this. And but do it right. I said, here's one thing you need to know. He goes, what do I do? Use real long strips of tape? I said, no. Like short pieces. Because the inside of a mask neck or bib is like a conical shape, like a cone shape going on it, you know? And I go, you can't take a long rectangle and make it go in a perfect, you know, rectangular shape. It's going to go like this. It's going to go down, you know, and eventually, if it's too long, it's going to be sticking out the bottom of the edge. So I said, make short pieces and do it that way. Let's get rid of this dumb tag that says made in Mexico. So the thing with this mask is it's got some real curvy parts to it. I told Billy, I said, what I do is I start at the very edge of the mask, okay? I get as close to the edge as possible, like this. And I just get it real close. You don't have to go to the edge. And I smash it like with my fingers, okay? Like that. See that? You can see a little bit of the mask there still. We got another piece. Short. And what I'll do is follow the edge closely. And I told Billy, I said, you're going to overlap. You're never going to have perfect, you know, a perfect grid. Like, don't worry about that. Just overlap the tape a little bit. It doesn't matter. This stuff is so sticky. It should work out great. God dang it. It's taking the tape off of my podium. Man, is this stuff strong? It's so strong. God damn it. That. Let's see, I'm leaving a little triangle there of mask. It doesn't matter. This is going to make, I can already tell, it's making a big difference.
there's little weird bumps here where you can't put tape flat around that, and it's got little, you know, indentations there. I'm going to work right around that, or right up to that, like that. See that? And just follow the curves, and I like to smash it like this. Okay. Hang tight. We're going to get another strip of this. And you could pre-rip all this stuff so it's easier. I like to work, if you have like a kitchen counter that's granite, I'll have all these pieces of tape on the edge of the kitchen counter, and I have little short pieces, and I could work faster. I'll rip them first and have them all ready. Now I'm gonna go. See, you can't really go this way because the corners just stick off of there. You know what I mean? I kind of still follow. See, this is too long. Too long. I'm gonna rip off like an inch of it. Okay. You'll once you start doing this, you'll kind of get the gist of it. Like, yeah, when they're too long, it's gonna run off the edge of the mask. See how I'm following that edge still? Once you follow the edge and get the whole border done, then you can start going deeper into the mask. Okay. This little piece, I'm just going to use it over here. And I don't, you know, this stuff sticks like crazy. I don't know if it's going to stick forever. Like, I don't know. I don't have experience where I've had Gorilla Tape on a mask for 20 years. However, I do this before I foam fill a mask because it keeps the mask. When you fill something, the shape is everything. Like, you gotta maintain that nice shape of a mask so when the foam dries, it's not all like lopsided and fucked up. So this helps you keep the shape nice before the foam dries, you know. So far, look at that. So far, this is keeping, this feels stiffer. Like, it feels stiffer. See that, Billy? You know, this mask probably isn't as floppy as some of the necks you're talking about, but this feels like weighted now. Like, it feels nice and like it's going to maintain that bib I want when it's displayed. And when you stuff the shit out of this with plastic bags, you'll have stuffing underneath the bib. That's gonna lay perfectly. You know what I'm saying? And you can keep pressing it like that. But that is already, like, see this? This is like getting solid. Alright, now get some more. If there's too many bumps and weird, you know, places like that, just go past it to the next area and skip that section, you know. Like this. It's so sticky, it's crazy. Ah, that's some serious tape, man. Jesus. All right, I'm not gonna bore you and do the entire mask, but now I'm gonna go up. Well, I guess I'll do over here first, and then I'm gonna go a little higher, Billy. You could take your tape now if you want and go a long ways so it goes into the mask more. You can do that. You can go shorter, but from here you can kind of start doing stuff like that. All right, and overlap a little bit like that. See what I'm saying? It's already working great. do a couple more pieces on the inside. So now I'm going to kind of go up like that into the mask a little more. Another thing is, if your mask is full of baby powder, tape is not going to stick very well. You know, when masks are pulled out of molds, they'll throw baby powder in there so the mask doesn't stick to itself. And you may want to take a damp cloth and try to wipe all the baby powder off. I've tried to stick tape on masks and it just comes right off because of the baby powder. So let's do just a couple more pieces, and you'll get the gist of it, Billy. Billy boy, 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 boy. Any of you know that classic Tex Avery cartoon? Billy boy, 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 with the little goat. Google Tex Avery, Billy boy, 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 and watch that cartoon with the little goat. It's hilarious. Now Billy's back. I'm going to go up in the... See, there's a lot of bumps in here, but I'm still going to try it. I'm still going to try to go up into the neck area because it's important. I'll do it there, and I'm going to do it on the other side of the mask. Billy's back. Starting here. And just wrapping it around, curving it, pressing it nicely. And hey, if it comes off in 10 years, it comes off, you know, but if you're foaming a mask, this is, to me, kind of a necessary move. Even though it's a little bumpy, I'm still going to try to put a piece over it, okay? For the hell of it. This is not a rare mask that I know of by any means. It's not a very expensive mask, but it's perfect for our demonstration. Have I done this to rare and expensive masks? Yes. Yep, especially before the filling. So look at that. That is nice, and see that? See the rigidness it gets? You'll feel like this feels rigid. And that's that. The back isn't, look at the back is not done. See that? But the front, nice and rigid. Little floppiness. So that's easy. You can do it, Billy. Billy boy. You can do it, Billy. Anybody can do that. Even Rev Kane can do it. There we go. And just, you know, let it sit for 20 minutes. And go over it again with your hands like this. Just making sure that is sticking. And if your first piece of tape is not sticking, you got baby powder all over it. Clean it out. Take your time. There's no rush. Right? Cool. Cool mask. I don't even know who the hell made this thing. Who sculpted that? I'm not even sure. It's cool, but I'm going to be selling things like this at very, very low prices in some of the groups and like on eBay, you know, pricing them out cheap because I can't keep them all. All right, guys. Watch for the next video, hopefully soon. We got to shoot one on our good friend Carol Hicks and her legacy of sculpting amazing masks and working closely with the great David Lady on a lot of the stuff he's put out. And I'm gonna do a whole episode on the warehouse find. We'll call it that. It's a marketplace find. We'll call it the warehouse find, whatever. So thank you, and sorry for the delay. The holidays were a very busy time for me. But I'll see you soon, of course, with more masks. Good night. Whoa!